Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to
Good.
Platinum Key Realty. All right, that's great. My name is Ken, and I'm from the customer supports, and I do work with buyers. And I would like to welcome you all to our event, How to Structure Your LLC for Funding. I can guarantee you that you will acquire practical tips and valuable insights as you will learn proven techniques to enhance your LLC and also discover the critical factors to look for to optimize your LLC structure for successful funding. All right, let's welcome everyone from Florida, Georgia, and around the globe watching us live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course, Zoom. Now, everyone, let's see who is interested in learning more about the LLC. Can you please give me some heart reactions or a thumbs up, or you can type one on the chat box. Let me see some reactions. Let me see. All right, I can see Kirsty. Thank you so much. Is everything more? Hey, please give me some heart reactions. Right, thank you so much, Brianna. And I can see a lot more. Right now, let me see who wants to learn more about successful funding. Give me a fire emoji or type number 2 on the chat box. We see. All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much, Nikki. All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you are watching us live, please do me a favor to go ahead and share this live feed with someone, your family, your friends, colleagues, co-workers, or on your own other social media platforms. Now, what you will learn at this free event, first, the different strategic approaches for LLC structuring and the key considerations for successful funding. But before we get started, may I remind everyone of our Zoom rules. Please set your mic on mute so that there will be no interruptions while the speaker is presenting. Again, I just like to remind everyone to set their mic on mute so that there will be no interruptions. And also encourage everyone to turn on their cameras to see your beautiful and handsome faces. Right, let's see if everyone does turn on their cameras. All right, great. I can see everyone. Thank you so much. Then please note, you will be able to ask direct questions to the presenters only if you are registered and you are on Zoom. Again, you can ask direct questions to the presenters once you are registered and you are on Zoom. So if you're watching us live and want to register, please go ahead and register at platinumkeyevents.com. Again, that's platinumkeyevents.com so that you can get your questions answered. At this juncture, I would like to introduce to you today our team. Let's start with our radiant and enthusiastic sales department. Say hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, thank you. We also have here our clever and active property management department.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our event.
Wow, thank you so much. And last but not the least, the stunning, the jack of all trades marketing department. Say hi, guys.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone. Welcome to our
good evening.
event.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, guys. And now, let's welcome the awesome, the gorgeous, the managing broker of Platinum Key Realty, and also representing our sister company, New Day Business Solutions. Let's all welcome Nikki Sanji.
Yay! Hi, everybody. Welcome to How to Structure Your LLC for Funding, Part 2. So I know some of you were with us last month when we did Part 1. In Part 1, we did a little bit on structuring your LLC because we had to fit in, once you get the funding, how you go about buying some real estate deals. How do you use that funding for investing? But in Part 2, we are going to focus a little deeper on the LLC and how to go about getting funding. I have 2 ways to show you how to go about it. So I am excited to share this information because I know this information can change your life and it can do something wonderful. It can help you to achieve your dreams and goals. So I am excited about it. So I hope you're ready to learn. I hope you're ready to learn something new today. So welcome. I see a lot of familiar faces, people that I have spoken to over the phone. And now I'm finally getting to see your lovely face. So you are welcome. I'm going to get right into it. I see people are still signing on. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my page. I'm going to share my desktop, and let's go ahead and get into this slide. All right, everybody can see me well. Everybody can hear me well.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we know we're in the correct. Wonderful. I know.
Continue on Ridgefield Road for 2 miles.
Okay. Who's on Ridgefield Road? Miss Charlotte, hi, how you doing? All right. So how to structure your LLC for funding part 2. All right. So there's 2 things I'm going to cover in today's session. What are the basics when creating your LLC? We kind of went over it last month. This month, I'm going to go a little bit deeper on all the subject lines. And then I'm going to talk about how to get your personal credit in shape. I'm going to do a little segment on your personal credit because we know that with your personal credit, if you have that together, getting funding for your LLC is that much easier. So I want to go ahead, and today I'm going to do most of the presentation from our ebooks. So if you haven't already gotten our ebooks, you'll have an opportunity to get them at the end of today's lesson. But we're going to kick off. Let me start off with the structure. Okay, so everybody can see my screen still? Good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So when it comes to structuring your LLC, there's a few things you must know. You must know. I call it the Business Foundation Model 101. The Business Foundation Model 101. First, you got to come up with the perfect name. A name that resonates with your audience. Okay? If you're doing the LLC primarily for funding, you want a name that is somewhat generic. It doesn't need to say like A&M Painting, because then you're only tied to painting. So you can say A&M Global Industries or something like that. So it's more generic. So if you're making your LLC because you want to do a business and you want it targeted, you want to make sure the name resonates with your audience. But if you're doing it just for funding, to have that kind of a structure and entity, you want to make sure that your name is generic. It doesn't carry rental services. It doesn't carry painting. It doesn't carry housing. It's generic in nature. Everybody got that? All right. Okay, if you have a question, go ahead and either raise your hand or go in the chat. All right? Then once you have the name, you want to go to namecheck.com. Namecheck.com. You can go ahead and do a screenshot of this Maybe one of the team can go ahead and also write it in the chat, namecheck.com. Okay. You want to do namecheck.com. And the reason you're going to namecheck.com, you want to see if there's someone else using the name you have selected in the public, whether they're using it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Does somebody already have a website with this name? It's very, very important. Very important. So guys, I think what we're going to do for this event, I think we should give away money in this event. Where's my team at? Do you think I should be cash apping folks in this event, guys? What do you think? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
We're
all
excited.
right. So
You
we're
like
gonna
that.
do it. We're gonna do it.
We're prepared.
We're gonna do it. So about 2 events back, we gave away cash. So if you get the right answers when I ask, you get cash. Okay, so you have to pay attention and make sure you're taking notes, because we're gonna keep a sum and then we're gonna cash app whatever we owe at the end. Okay, so remember what I'm saying, namecheck.com. You go to namecheck.com to find out if there's anybody that's using the name you selected. Who can tell me why that's important? To find out, you know, why, if someone else is using a name, a particular name. What do you think? Anybody?
So that you're not sharing the same name. There's no conflict.
Perfect.
And it's not already being used.
Okay, all right. Somebody write Amisha down. She gets $10. She participated and answered. So write her name down so we can get her cash app. All right. So it's very important that we check on namecheck.com, or we just search, because we want to make sure that once you purchase your name and get everything done, you don't go to Facebook and, oh my God, somebody already has that name. You can't even get a Facebook business page because someone is already using that name. So after you do that, if you are located in the state of Florida, in the Sunshine State, you want to go ahead and go to sunbiz.org, sunbiz.org, sunbiz.org. I know many of you already have your LLC, but for anyone here who doesn't have their LLC or is watching online, you go to sunbiz.org. First, you want to go ahead and search for name to make sure there's no name, and then you can go ahead and look about how to register. To register for an LLC, the last time I checked, it's about $125 on sunbiz.org. That's the filing fee, Now, because I'm not an attorney or an accountant, I gotta tell you, it's very helpful to speak to your attorney. It's very helpful to speak to your accountant, just to make sure you're doing the right corporate structure for what you're trying to do. Okay, so go ahead and speak to your accountant or your attorney at this point, just to make sure whatever you're doing is good for you, and then you can proceed. Now, guys, I want to stress this. I'm stressing it. Let me look right into the camera. I am stressing. At this point, do not, let me shout, do not register your business, your LLC, without first, I'm saying first, are you hearing me? First, without first getting a business address. A business address. Gotta get a business address. Let me see here. In the ebook, you got to get a business address, guys. You cannot All right, I have a list of things here. All right. Okay. It must be a real brick and mortar building. It must be deliverable physical address. It should not be a home address. Okay. It should not be a P.O. box. And it should not be a UPS address, like a postal annex or something like that. So Nikki, how am I going to get this business address? What am I going to do? You're going to Google virtual business addresses, and you're going to find some companies like Regis. So you can go to regis.com and you can always get a virtual address. Okay. And there are several other companies that offer the same kind of service similar to Regis. So just make sure it's cost effective and it makes sense. So I would budget somewhere around, I would say anywhere between $50 to $150. It just depends if they're having any specials, what's going on. Somewhere between $50 to $150, and you pay that every month to maintain that business address. Okay. The next thing you want to do, once you get the business address, you also want to go ahead and get a business phone number. You cannot use your cell phone. No. So you can get an 800 number for about $10 a month. Freedomvoice.com, freedomvoice.com, freedomvoice.com for about $10 a month. You can get a starter phone on 8x8 for about $15 a month. And you can always use Google and just get a voice over IP service or something like that where it's registered. And it's really inexpensive. So you need a business phone number that's not your cell phone. Once you have these two things, your business phone number and your business address, then you go back to sunbiz.org, and then now you're ready to register. So you're going to register using the business address. I'm stressing it again, the business address. Register using the business address. Okay, very, very important. Very, very important. You got to use the business address. All right. Once you get your approvals back from the Department of State, in that letter, it should have a link to the IRS that you can go ahead and get your EIN number. Guys, your EIN number, to get your EIN number is free. All day, every day. The IRS does not charge for you to get an EIN number. It's free. You just have to fill out the information online. You can go to irs.gov. You can click on get an EIN number, answer the questions based off the filing from the Department of State, and they can even populate it right away. The letter will come up on your screen and you can go ahead and save the letter. Okay, print the letter and save it in your file. All right, so we went over coming up with the name. We went over getting the business address and phone number, registering it. We spoke about the EIN number. How do you get that tax ID number? The last thing on this slide, once you have that part done, what I like to tell the people I work with when I do this one-on-one, I tell them start thinking about your colors. Your colors. What color is going to represent the entity you created? Because I like to help them then at that point to create a logo. Right? So you want to have a logo. because you need to register your domain name and have at least a one-page website. At least a one-page website. Am I going too fast?
No.
Yeah, let me check everybody.
Good.
All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any questions so far?
I do, Nikki.
All right, go ahead.
Hi. So if my business is already registered, it's not it's a home address. I didn't know all of this. And I known that I would have done that, but I know how to change. Can I just amend it?
Yes. You
Okay.
can just amend it. You can.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, let's keep going. All right, where are we? Okay. All right, so I spoke about colors and I spoke about logo, and then you have to register your domain name. Now, the easiest place to register the domain name and to get a business professional address, I find, is googledomain.com. Googledomain.com, Google domain names. I do prefer it over GoDaddy, just because if you use Gmail, if you use Google Drive, it's the same thing, but it's a business account. And then your email address, you know, whatever you want to put in the front, it connects to your website. So you can have info at your business name, support at your business name. You can have your name at your business name and all of those things. So to get a domain name on Google Domains is about $12 for the year. Very inexpensive. Is about $12. And then for the email, to maintain an email, I would go with a starter package. That's about $7, $7 a month. Okay. So once you have your domain, once you have your logo, once you have your colors, and then you set up your business email, you need to figure out how to go about and setting up a one-page website. What exactly you're going to put on it? What is it you're going to say you're going to do? Keep it simple, keep it neat. It doesn't have to be elaborate, just needs to look presentable and have your contact information on the bottom. So if you're super creative and you did your domain in Google Domains, you can always just go ahead and click on Google Simple Sites. Google Simple Sites right there in the back office of all those things. And you'll be able to drag and drop and put pictures and write things and create your website. Like I created my own website for New Day Business Solution. Let me go ahead and see if I could pull it up real quick so you guys can see it. I just did it by myself. I didn't pay anybody to do this particular one. I did it from Google Sites. I'll show it to you real quick. And here it is. So it's just a drag and drop. You know, once you're in the back, you just drag these things. You have a header. You put this part here, you know, put your logo and you start building it. I do have a few pages with mine because I've been doing these things for a long time, but you don't have to have as many pages as I do. You just need to have a home page. Okay. All right. So that covers the website itself. All right, let me go ahead and share again. Does anyone have questions in the chat, guys? No? Okay. All right. Now, if you were here last month, you did see this slide. Now, I'm going to kind of break it into two pieces now. We're right at about 6:30. You can build your business credit independent of your personal credit. So if the personal credit is truly a challenge and you don't want to go ahead and get it together, you can start building your business credit on its own by going through the levels of the tiers of vendor. Now, I taught in depth in the first session, different tiers of vendors and how you start. So you start off in tier 1, okay? So here are some tier 1 vendors. Okay, Marathon, 8 HD Supply, Upline. You go ahead and apply for those accounts online. Very simple accounts. You buy something and you make payments. You do it under your business name. You always use your business address. You always use your business email. You always use your business phone number. Okay? Make sure wherever you're going, whatever you're doing with your business, everything is uniform, everything is the same. All right? Now, this is the link. If you want the bundle, you can go ahead and do it. It's newdaybundle.com, and you get the business structure guide and the personal credit repair guide for free. So you can do that if you want the manual. But whatever I'm saying today, if you're writing it down and you're getting it, you know, I believe that somebody can do it. But if you need the step-by-step guide and more details, this is where you go to get the details, right? So for the tier 1 funding, you want to start building your business credit by adding the trade accounts. So I do recommend 3 accounts in tier 1. You purchase something, you start making your payments, and over time, your company's credit will start building. Now on the slide, we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and 4. You may want to take a screenshot of this if you can. Take a screenshot so you can see the different tiers and how it works, where it's reporting and what you have to have in order to get it. And of course, you go one step at a time. You do tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. If you get the manual, all the different tiers, the vendors in each tier is there, and what you need to get funding from each company is also broken down in the manual. I'll show you at the end. Now, if you're looking at me and you go, Nikki, I don't have time. I can't. Like, I know there's one person here is like, Nikki, I spoke to them. I don't have time. I really, really don't have time. I can't go through these tiers. I can't do it. So what I got for you today, I got to jump into the personal credit because I have to help you to get your personal credit going, because once your personal credit is going, you can go fast, super fast, because you can be the initial personal guarantee for your LLC and you can hit the ground running. So I want to talk now about personal credit. We're at 6:30 mark. We're going to be done by 7, guys. I do my best to be on time and have everything nice so you can enjoy the rest of your Saturday. But for personal credit, I just want to touch on a few things. Like I reviewed a credit with one of my customers on Friday. And even though they had a credit card that was $200, they didn't miss any payments. But guess what, guys? they owed $174 on a $200 credit card. And it was reporting the number one thing that I see with personal credit is that we don't understand utilization. We don't understand that. And utilization is normally anywhere about 35% of your score. I'm trying to see. Okay, look at this. You can take a picture of this. What a credit report should look like. You should have excellent payment history. See this utilization? It's 6%. Your utilization should not be over 9%. 9% should be the max. Okay, let me break that down for you. You have a credit card for $1,000, for $1,000. That's the limit you can spend on this card. Now, if you have a card like some of my cards, I get points, I get cash back on my card. I can spend as much as I want. I can put as much as I want on my card because everything I buy, I get a reward. But there's two things I must know. My due date for my card and the day that card is going to be reported to the credit bureau. How do you know the day your credit card is being reported? Get an Experian account. It's free. You can use the app or you can go in the browser. And then when you see your cards, there is a date, a report date that's beside the card. That is the day that the card is being reported to the bureau. Okay? And your due date, it's very easy to find because you know it's on your bill. So what I have to do, since I buy my gas, my groceries, everything on my card, I have to know these dates because I want to make sure I pay that card off before it's reporting to the credit bureau. I want to pay it off or pay it down. I want to pay it off or pay it down. I never, ever, ever want to see a balance on my card that's over 9%, and 0 is nice. I like to see my cards reporting at 0. So whatever I have to do to make it report as 0, I can do it. If that means I'm going to pull money from a line, pay the card off, then take the money off the card to put it back after it reports, I'm going to do it. Because if my credit is nice, there's so many things I can do. So utilization is the number one thing that I see that's affecting people's credit because they don't understand it. So let's work on our utilization. Then, of course, derogatory marks. You know, we already know that if we have a derogatory mark, it's not that wonderful. The next thing that I want to stress is the age of your credit. Now, I have another customer of mine says, my credit score is 730. Why can't I get approved for anything? It's 730, Nikki. I can't get approved for anything. The reason, because your credit, that person's credit is what we call thin. It's too thin. It means he doesn't have a long history of having a card or a loan, a car loan or a mortgage. It's not there on the report. Maybe his limits are very small. There's not a lot of things to track. So believe it or not, a credit report that's built out has about 10 trade lines on it, 10. It can be a car, it can be a mortgage, it can be a line of credit, it can be credit cards. You need about 10 of them, okay? And I'll give you one nugget here. You can buy them. If you want to talk about things like that, you guys can text in the chat and the team will take your number and we can schedule a time. But things like that truly, truly can be bought. But if you have it naturally, it's good. And buying it is not illegal. It's not. Okay? You can ask your friend or a family member to add you as an authorized user to a card that has a high limit and their utilization is low. So don't get added to a card where their utilization is over the 9%. It's just going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you. Okay? And then if you have a small credit card and you've had that card for the longest, don't get frustrated and close the card. I know people get mad. These people won't increase me. I'm just going to close the card. No, just pay the card off or down and leave it. Because if you close it and that was your longest running card, you just ruined your history. So don't do that. Don't do that. And of course, your hard inquiries. So in the package that we have, there are inquiry removal letters there. I believe there are a couple there that's included. So you can get some of the inquiries off. So if you look here, the high impact is payment history. Okay, high impact is utilization. High impact is derogatory marks. So some people, they fuss over everything else. They even fuss so much over their inquiries and they don't look at their utilization. All right. I'm going to pause right here for a second and see if anyone has any questions. Do you have any questions about that?
I have a question, Nikki.
Sure.
I'm here to learn.
Go ahead.
So I think I've done pretty good over the past few months with the credit and utilization. I still have to decrease a little bit more. My score did bump up really nice. I love what it's looking like. But my question is, so I had to take a line of credit. Actually, it was a loan that I took to just pay off the cards, but I didn't quite bring them down to that level. I brought them down to about between 25 to 30%. That's what I was told. 25 to 30% is good. It did bump my credit, but now I would love to get to that 6%. It's probably going to take me a while because of financial, situation. So I just got an offer for another loan. If I take that, because I would like to reduce the credit cards amount to that 6%. If I take that other loan, will it affect me?
Is the loan going to be on your credit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
No, I have something special for you. I'll take care of you.
All right.
Don't do anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I'll take care of you. Don't worry. All right. Anybody else have a question? All right. Okay. I'm going to share my screen again. All right. So in this slide, it just have a step-by-step process. I know one of the great fellows on here did so many of this on his own, and you know who you are. I'm so super proud of you. But I have it here in understanding your credit and getting it together so that you can do it on your own, get some of the things off and get your profile together. So it says here to start prepping your credit by removing any misspelled names or extra names, any old address. So you want to at least have that Experian account that I mentioned. And when you go on it, because I have free Experian and then I have Credit Karma. In Credit Karma, it has TransUnion and Equifax. And then in Experian, it has Experian. So I can just quickly monitor without paying anything extra, without having an extra bill, what's going on in the 3 bureaus. That's what I do. Okay. So if you see misspelled names, if you see extra names, if you have old address, you want to go ahead and dispute them. Some of them you can dispute online. Some of them you can call them, right? It's pretty simple now. Not everything you have to write a letter. And you can take a screenshot of this and the numbers are there. But if you have them in the apps, they also provide the numbers or an easy process for you to just click and dispute. Okay? So just get the old addresses off and make everything nice and neat. Then the next step is to opt out of the secondary credit reporting companies. Okay? And those were like LexisNexis, Innovus, CoreLogic, Sage Stream, ARS. So we did maybe 3 months ago or so an in-depth teaching. We had Miss Tanya Kaysen from TDT Credit Restoration come on here. She was extraordinary, really going deep on these types of things. So if you're watching on our social media, just go back or send a message and someone can send you a link so you can see exactly about the secondary reporting agencies, because this is where the bureaus are pulling their information from. So if you opt out of these and block certain things, then certain things stop getting reported. Okay, so that's the next step. All right. And then you can just go ahead and take a picture of this as well, where it talks about disputing things on your credit bureau. It has the basic dispute. It has the 609 letter. We have a special letter for that. Then validation of debt to creditor. You have that as well. Step 1, step 2, step 3. The steps to disputing things that are on the report to get them off. Okay. We even have a section on late payments and how to go about that, how to go about deleting things. Okay. All right, I'm giving you opportunities to take screenshots here. All right, guys. So that's for those who, want to do it on your own. You want to get into it. You want to learn the terms. You want to learn the phrases. You want to dig a little deeper. I just recommend going to the newdaybundle.com website and you can purchase everything for $79 and you get access to it immediately. But for those people who want to go even faster, so we went over building your business credit step by step over time using the different tiers of vendors. Then we gave you another option. If you wanted to go a little bit faster than just doing the tiers, you can fix your personal credit and become a personal guarantee for your business. That will make you go faster. But then we have a super fast way now. Oh my God, lightning speed. We have partnered, and hopefully I can bring on this partner very, very soon with this wonderful business coach here in Florida who are helping a lot of our people to go faster with the personal credit, faster by adding trade lines and partnering with different things so your personal credit can be boosted, and then immediately tying that personal credit to your business and getting funding. So that process, I would say, takes about 60 days. So in 60 days, I have seen that they're getting about $80,000 credit, lines of credit for your business to start in round 1, and then round 2, about $150,000 in lines of credit. And that's just from learning how to use the system to get your personal credit with that thick, nice credit, and then partnering with your own LLC to get funding. Very fast, very quick. All right. So does anybody have any questions, anything you want to know, anything you want to learn that I haven't covered? I know the wheels are turning. I know the wheels are turning. I'll put up the site for the ebook so you guys can see it. No one has any questions? Really? I was that good of a teacher today?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is the website for the credit repair ebook and the business structure ebook for $79, newdaybundle.com. All right, so you guys got it. You can take a picture and you can go and check it out. All right, so now as promised, as I'm about to round up, I want to give away some money. I'm feeling so generous. I'm feeling so blessed. I'm feeling so blessed. Okay. All right, what are we gonna ask? Ashley, what's the question? What is a question we should ask? Come on, you gotta help everybody. What question we should ask?
You're the professional.
Oh my God. Okay, let me go back over my notes. Let me see. Okay, what question should I ask? So when it comes to utilization, oh my gosh, let me go so I can see the Zoom. When it comes to utilization, what is the percentage?
6%.
No, that's what was
9%.
9%.
9%.
All right, guys, write down Michael. He got that one. All right. Let's see what else I gotta say. Come on, team, if you have a question. If you think about a question. All right, name one place that you can get a virtual business address. What's the name of the place?
Regis.
Bridges.
Who said it?
Burners.
Everybody did.
I knew that one was too easy. All right, since everybody did it, everybody write everybody's name down.
There you go.
All right, let's see what else. You see, my team is not helping me. They're just laughing. They're probably saying, oh, we want some of the money, right? They're not even
I have a
helping me to
question.
say. Do you
I
guys
have
have
one.
a question? One more.
I think I have one. I think this is easy.
Oh.
Before registering your business, what should you do? Like,
Business address and business number.
yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Who's keeping record of who's giving the answer? Can't you?
Yes,
That
we
was
do.
Michael.
Yes. Okay. All right. Make sure.
Michael.
All right. I have one more. Okay. And this one has to be hard. Very hard. From the slide that I showed with the tier 1 vendors, who can tell me one of the companies that are
Marathon.
Uline.
Uline.
HD
HD
supply.
Supply.
Martha.
Marathon.
Oh, who gave the answer? Now we don't even know.
You owe everybody.
All right, just write everybody down. That's right, everybody. We can do it. All right, guys. So
Very good.
that is it for today's session. And remember that every month I put on these events, my team and I, it is such a pleasure for me to do it, to share knowledge that I have obtained over the years. You have something, Uncle Brian? We can't hear you. We still can't hear you. Maybe take off the headphones because we can't hear. We heard you for a second.
Point of note,
Uh-huh.
Squarespace is in the process of purchasing Google domain.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware?
I wasn't aware, but thanks for letting us know. Squarespace.
Yeah, they're in the process of purchasing Google domains.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I would think 75%, 80% are done deal.
Done deal.
Google
Is
will
it-
continue to manage
Mm-hmm.
for the next, I think, 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm. And then it's gonna say Squarespace.
They haven't said what it's gonna say, but Squarespace will be the owners of the domains
Okay.
eventually.
Are they gonna increase the price? Do we know?
Well, we contracted for a year, so
Okay, so it at least has to stay for a year.
right.
All right, well, let's just be happy for a year and pray that you're nice. Be nice. All right, I was saying that we put on these events every month, the last Saturday of the month at 6 p.m. And next month, I have one of my mortgage gurus that are gonna come on, and he's gonna talk about this program where you're getting, I see people getting 100% financing. I'm telling you, the program has been working phenomenally, helping people with high debt to income ratios qualifying with 100% financing. When I heard about it, my eyes went, I was like, oh, you know, we can help so many people. So he's gonna be on September, the last Saturday in September, and he's going to be talking about that program with 100% financing. And then what I'm going to ask him to do, if you didn't see the class where it talks about using your LLC to buy real estate, I'm going to have him talk about that loan program. The loan program is so cool because all you need is 20% down of whatever you're buying. I just kind of showed you how to get the 20% down. You just got to know how to, we call it season that 20%, which if you work with me, I'll help you to structure it and build it out nicely. But guess what? This, they have the loan program where it doesn't qualify off your income. So all you need is to have the 20% down in your LLC. You need your LLC, and then whatever property you're buying, they're going to factor the rents for that particular property. So they have a special algorithm that they factor in the rents, and that's what they use to qualify for the loan. Really? All day, every day. So if you have your LLC, you can use it to buy real estate. Just as simple as that, just as simple as that. So if you start off from getting your credit together, getting your LLC, all the pieces, think about all the wonderful things you can do and how you can move forward with your dreams and goals and making it happen. So guys, wealth is manufactured. Wealth is manufactured. You can manufacture wealth. You can manufacture money. You just have to have the knowledge. You have to know how to do it, how to do it, how to do it. God gives us the ability to create wealth. So he just connects you to the people with the information. And then you, by the Spirit of God, put it together, put the pieces together, and then execute, 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 execute. I want to thank you so much for signing on. I want to thank everybody watching us live on social media. This is Nikki Sanji and the entire team at Platinum Key saying until next month. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Nikki, don't forget my special thing.
No, girl, I got you, honey. All right. Bye.
Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome. You're
Bye,
welcome.
everybody.
Bye.